Good morning. It's a cold and a frosty start to the day today with the risk of ice on untreated surfaces and also some fog in the south, which will be slow to clear. But for many, it will be dry with some sunshine, but some rain later.
Carol, you have, haven't you?
I have, not from outer space, but yes.
Not
there's
yet,
always
anyway.
time.
Exactly.
And they are fabulous. It's so magical when you do see them.
Where were you when you saw them?
Norway.
Oh,
So in the
gorgeous.
Arctic Circle. But we've seen lots of them from the UK this year. We've had some fabulous Weather Watcher pictures. Not quite like that, though. They were spectacular, weren't they? Good morning, everybody. Some lovely skies to look forward to today as well. If you like a bit of sunshine, although it is a frosty start, there's a risk of ice first thing. And in the south, we've got some fog. Now, today is going to feel colder than it did yesterday. Temperatures are a wee bit lower as well. But we're starting off with that scenario, the cold one, also with the frost and the fog. But a lot of us seeing that sunshine. Later, the cloud will encroach in from the west, introducing some persistent rain and strengthening winds. We could have gusts up to 50 miles an hour with exposed areas in western Scotland and the Irish Sea. And at the same time, a weather front which has sunk southwards through the night is going to come back into southern England, and that's going to introduce thicker cloud and also some showery outbreaks of rain. Temperatures today, widely 5 to maybe 10 degrees in the Channel Islands. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, this weather front moves eastwards, some snow in the hills, and the one in the south also pushes up towards the northeast, clearing. But by the end of the night, we have another one coming our way. So there'll be more cloud around tonight than there was last night. As a result, it's not going to be quite as cold for most of us. We're looking at overnight lows between 3 and 7 degrees. And then as we go into tomorrow, we continue with some showers in the north. In between, there'll be some sunshine. Again, a lot of dry weather, but the area of rain coming up from the south will continue to drift northwards. Some of this could be heavy and persistent. It's going to be windy around it, potentially gales in the south coast. And there's also the potential, Sal and John, that this could turn quite stormy. It's one that we're keeping a very close eye on.
Carol,
Not
thank
another
you.
storm?
Yeah.
Potentially, yes.
Gosh.
But not with a name yet.
No,
Right.
not yet.
OK, thank you. Thanks, Carol. Looking good morning. Blue skies.
Blue sky.
Blue skies. Some of us are going to have some lovely sunshine today, but there is rain on the way. Wouldn't you know it? Good morning, everybody. It's a cold start to the day. It's a frosty start to the day as well, and there is the risk of ice on untreated surfaces, especially, but not exclusively, across Scotland. The other thing we have today is some fog, especially in the south. Now, that will be slow to clear, but when it does, we're under this ridge of high pressure, so things fairly settled. Later, though, clutch of weather fronts come our way, introducing some rain. And we've had a weather front that has moved southwards through the course of the night. It's going to come back later, introducing some clouds, some patchy light rain, and it'll be quite murky around the coasts and the hills. So a lot of dry weather. The cloud building ahead of the weather fronts coming in. They will bring in some rain and strong winds. In fact, gusting 40, 50 miles an hour with exposure across western Scotland, through the North Channel and also the Irish Sea. Now, temperatures today will feel cold if you're out and about, 5 to about 8 degrees, maybe 10 in the Channel Islands. Through this evening and overnight, this weather front pushes eastwards. There'll be some hill snow across parts of Scotland, also Cumbria as well, possibly the Pennines, and the front in the south also moves off into the North Sea. But later, we see a new area of low pressure coming in, bringing in some rain across the far south of England and the Channel Islands. These are the temperatures tonight, 3 to about 7 degrees. Now, as we move on into tomorrow, well, our first front clears away, but the one coming up overnight continues to move northwards. Now, with this one, there's a little bit of uncertainty as to its position and timing. But what we think at the moment is we'll start off on a dry note for many. There'll be some showers in the northwest. And as this rain pushes northwards across East Wales, southern England, the southwest, into the Midlands, East Anglia, possibly around the Wash as well, the wind around it will strengthen, and it will strengthen even more as we head into the evening. Now, there's the potential for this to turn quite stormy. It's the potential at the moment. It's not a definite, and it is absolutely one that we're keeping a close eye on. Temperatures during the afternoon peaking at about 10 degrees. So if we pick up that same area of low pressure, here it is here, continuing to drift northwards and eastwards, eventually clearing off into the North Sea. Now, the position of this could change depending on what happens on Thursday, but it could well clip eastern Scotland and then push away into the North Sea. Or the other scenario is it just moves into the North Sea. Then behind it, still quite a bit of cloud at times actually, but there'll be some sunshine further south, and then we're looking at more showers coming in from the west. Temperatures during Friday between 4 and 10 degrees. And if you're wondering about the weekend, Sal and John,
Always.
well, it is looking fairly cloudy with some patchy rain.
Oh, OK, Carol, thank you. We'll see you again in a bit.
See you later.
Weather, but you have an update for us.
That's right, Sal. It looked like on Thursday evening there was a potential for a storm coming into the south of England, but now the models have realigned and the risk is far less, but there'll still be strong winds, but hopefully not a storm. If there is, my name is Michael Fish. Good morning, everyone. It's a frosty start to the day today. Across the board, more or less, there's a risk of ice as well, and also there's some patchy fog too. Now, the fog will tend to slowly lift. We've got some showers, some of those wintry on the hills in Scotland, and you can see just coming in from the Atlantic, the first signs of some rain that will move across us later on in the day. Now, there's a lot of dry weather around today for a bit of sunshine, albeit hazy at times. In comes the rain with strengthening winds, gusts 40 to 50 miles an hour potentially, with exposed areas in the west of Scotland through the North Channel and the Irish Sea. But move further east, sunshine turning hazier as the cloud builds. And then into the southeast, we hang on to some sunshine. But in the south, across the Channel Islands, southern counties of England, a returning weather front will introduce thicker cloud, murky conditions and patchy rain. Now, the whole lot is moving off into the North Sea as we head through the course of the night. But by the end of the night, we'll be starting to see some rain coming into the far south of England. These are our temperatures, 3 to 7 degrees. Into tomorrow then, for the northern half of the country, there'll be bright spells, sunshine and showers. Some of the showers in the tops of the hills and mountains likely to be wintry. And we've also got the rain from overnight coming in across the south of England. The wind picking up, just not as much as we thought as we go through the evening. But the temperatures on Thursday ranging from 6 in the north to about 10 in the south. And then as we head on into Friday and the weekend, we still are looking at quite a bit of cloud around, and at times there will be some rain as well.
But not so stormy as we
Not
thought,
as
which is
stormy
great.
as we thought it was going to be, which is great news.
Yeah.
Carol, thank you.
OK, Carol, thank you.